Good day, everyone. Aliii here from Safi Financial Network. Today is October 5, 2024, election day. So everyone is kind of like excited for today. We had kind of like a volatility today and yesterday as well, but everyone is kind of like waiting for tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday. FOMC meeting, election result is coming potentially by end of this week. I'm not sure if this is going to be a certain election. Still, I'm going to be on my call, which this election can be chaos, which I think the election map shows it as well right now. Florida, Georgia, and kind of like I would say, yes, West Virginia as well as they voted for Trump, but Pennsylvania started blue. So this is a chaos that I was talking about. And if this goes like this, Kansas as well, it's kind of like a going starting with blue as well. So lots of surprises are coming right now, and everyone is kind of like interested. While everyone is watching this election map, I'm kind of like watching this interesting chart from S&P 500. So let me just dive into it and see what chart tells us exactly. Here is S&P 500. We just got a very nice rally to the upside today. And right now, future market is kind of like a green. Market is betting on Donald Trump wins the election. So that's why just getting back to the upside, especially after hours when we see Bitcoin rally as well. So it's kind of like a favorite for Trump. However, I'm not sure if this is going to be the end result because still I'm just looking for more volatility potentially down the road. So still, if election result is not going to be kind of like a certain for the market, we may see a potential drop to the downside, and that would be kind of like the scenario that I was looking for, getting to this area 55 to 5400 for S&P 500. So we will see how it goes. On a weekly basis, we have a sell signal, but on a daily basis, we just got oversold condition getting back to the upside today. So we will give market benefit of doubt. Nasdaq on the other side as well. It's just starting this week positive, especially today. If we go to daily chart, we just see that Nasdaq is getting back to the upside nicely, but getting to SMA 20 right now, and just a touching below this right now. Future market is kind of like open positively. So market is betting, as I said, for Trump win. But if it's Harris out of the polls, we don't know exactly if market is gonna just going to the downside or floppy. But I would say market can have a potential. Either candidates in the election market will have a potential chaos and volatility to the downside. Nasdaq can go to 18,200. 18,500 to 18,800 area for a fantastic buying opportunity. So that's what I'm just looking for in a bigger picture. So we will see if this comes this weekend next, or it's gonna just happen uh, uh, later down the road, which is going to be rarely, just because everything can go well with the market. Moving on to US 30, which is Dow just sparking higher, especially today when banks or financials actually did well. So when banks are doing well, this means market is betting on Trump as well. So that's another point that I want to mention. However, we just got a very nice QM pattern, and we are getting into a sell signal right now. So if it breaks through, that sell signal is going to be invalidated. But future market actually ramps up very nicely. I just see another screen, the election map. Still Trump is leading, but Harris is kind of like a chasing up nicely as well. So this is another interesting scenario. Still lots of states are coming by end of this night. So tonight is going to be very, very interesting one. Dow just getting back to the upside, getting into 42,500. And right now, I'm just looking for a sell signal, to be honest, for Dow Jones. Moving on to gold, which had a very little volatility, especially last 2-3 days. Still a bearish consolidation at the top here. If you just see gold, we had kind of like a sharp sell-off last week, and right now it's just forming a bearish consolidation. If it drops to the downside, I believe 24 to 2600 is coming down the road. Moving on to silver. Silver had another potential kind of like a bottoming formation for a breakout to the upside, but I would say this breakout could be another selling opportunity to the downside. This is a bearish consolidation. However, stochastic, we are getting into oversold conditions. So whenever we get to this level, we are going to see a bounce and then getting back to the downside, especially when gold is not leading, silver can lag as well. So I believe both of these charts are signaling for the downside. Crude actually was pretty interesting because today we just got a follow through. Yesterday we had nice rally to the upside. Today we just got a follow through for crude as well. So crude just getting back to the upside. Right now, $72 challenged and the sellers to control. We are getting into this wide range bar. If crude gets back above 78.77, then we can see a breakthrough to the upside potentially for $100, 92 to $100 crude per barrel. Still, geopolitical tension in Middle East could escalate the crude actually price, but I would say keep an eye on this pivot. So this is 77 to 78, and also this pivot is coming along with this trend line. If it breaks through, we're going to go all the way up to $80, $82 first, and then 92 to $100 is coming down the road. Just to stay tuned with that one. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin future market, as you see here, we just got a nice move to the upside. Crypto is happy for Trump and Trump winning. And right now, Bitcoin is getting back to the upside. Ethereum is getting back to the upside as well. So right now, it's just coming back up. Ethereum needs to go above 2,700. If it goes above it, then we can see Ethereum goes back all the way up to 3,000 and 3,800 down the road. Moving on to bond yield. Bond yield is just getting higher as well. So this is kind of like a confusion that I dealt with today when I saw the charts. Everything is kind of like a mixed basket of everything. Bond yield is getting higher, Dixie is higher, TLT is higher as well. So bond supposed to have a like inverse correlation with bond yield, but bond formed the bottom. I don't know if it's gonna be just a short-term ecstasy for bond yield, or this is gonna be new era, because usually when bond yield is getting higher, this means dollar is gonna get weaker, and usually that happens during Republicans. However, bond yield is getting stronger as well. So bond and bond yield both actually send buy signal today as well. However, I'm still in that camp that bond has been bottom and bond yield has been topped. VIX 6% to the downside. It's just going down, still above $20, which is very, very volatile. When we have a very good market, VIX is just keep itself higher above 20. Usually at this environment, VIX is around $13, $12, but right now VIX at $20. Dixie, just a nice surge to the upside today. Good price action, staging above 104, $13. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to the magma indicator. Magma just going higher today. When technology was higher, magma was higher. Apple just getting back to the upside after last week. Sinks to the downside. 220 is kind of like a support here. If Apple goes back to the downside, which I believe it's coming sooner or later, it can go to 198 to 200 level down the road. Amazon just surging to the upside. Pretty good price action. $3.72 up. Pretty close to new all-time high. Meta just getting back to the upside. However, still below 580. Microsoft just forming a bearish consolidation after broke below this trend line here, which is this neckline. If this stays here, it's going to go lower. So Microsoft is in danger zone. Google, the same pattern here. After fantastic earning last week, market just sold off good earning, which is a bearish news. And Google is down today, up today, but it was not that sharp. Netflix just 1% up. Netflix holding up very well, pretty close to new all-time high. Bullish consolidation, not a bad pattern. Tesla getting back to the upside. Seems like Elon Musk with Trump, kind of like optimism that they're going to win the election. So that's why Tesla just goes higher. If anything happened with election, Tesla can follow that one. So just imagine Trump loses the election, then Elon and Tesla can go down. SMH, at least for a short term, I mean. SMA semiconductor index still lagging compared to the other industries. Just a $4 up today, not a bad session. Stocks the same pattern here, going up at 2.56 cents up. Taiwan Semiconductor $4 up today, still bullish consolidation, but it needs to trigger. Otherwise, it's gonna fail. AMD just going higher today, 95 cents, still lagging. Nvidia just rocking to the upside. Pretty good price action. And without Nvidia and Lam Research Semiconductor, they were kind of like a very, very slow today. Texas Instrument, for example, went negative. A Lam Research, pretty good surge to the upside, 3%, not a bad session. However, Lam needs to still stocking in this wide swings. So as you see here, this is kind of like the pattern, overall bearish pattern that Lam Research is stocking in it. XLF, which is banking industry, 40 cents up today. Good bullish pattern here. So banks are favored for Trump. So this is kind of like an interesting sector that I can see when these ones are kind of like a signaling for a buy. Probably Republicans actually are having a better position, at least financially. But this means Trump is going to win. But just one sector, we can't make a decision. KBE, 86 cents up. KRE, $1 up. JP Morgan, 71 cents up. Goldman Sachs, $15 off. Fantastic surge for Goldman. Good bullish pattern here. Bank of America, 55 cents up. A pretty good pattern here as well. So Bank of America, nice bullish consolidation. It came lead higher. And Wells Fargo, not a bad session, bullish Harami, but compared to those ones, actually, it's lagging. Moving on to the gold miners, they were kind of like a positive today, 21 cents up. GDXJ, 9 cents up. AEM, 10 cents down here. Still looking for draw for this sector as well. Newmont, 24 cents up after a dead cat bounce. Here's the level that can have a dead cat bounce, so we will see that. If it goes lower, I believe 37, 30. $6 is coming down the road. Franco Nevada getting back to the upside nicely, $1.74 up. Gold barrick 2 cents down. Moving on to the energy. Energy is kind of like a favor for Republicans as well. So this pattern actually is forming very well right now. And Energy XLE just getting back above this trend line. However, it needs to close above 91.92 to have a good momentum. XOP, $1.16 up. OIH at $3. 3 cents up, seems like it is bottom. Exxon, 35 cents up, and Chevron, 56 cents down, but gapped up and sold off after that. So Chevron is forming another bullish consolidation within this bullish consolidation, which is bullish. 160 potentially is coming down the road if crude actually keeps its momentum to the higher price. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. Stay tuned, lots of volatility. If you don't have there to trade it, just to put your cash on the side. There are always opportunities in the market, so don't gamble on the market right now. It's kind of like a very, very dangerous situation for both bulls and bears at the same time. All right, folks, have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.